Today we're going to talk about exploration, what started exploration and expansion of countries, what continues it, and how it leads to colonization. I'm going to talk about mercantilism, exploration, and ultimate colonization. So first, mercantilism. Mercantilism is the search for money and power. And if you're not able to find ways of making money or in gaining status and gaining power in your own country, you go and search for means to do that in other countries. And in European countries, the resources were gone, and people were looking for new materials, new resources for their opportunity to get wealth and power. So they needed to leave Europe. And this started the cycle of mercantilism. So people in search of wealth and power, traders, hunters, they leave Europe. And they bring with them some finished goods, some goods that they can sell or trade for cheaper raw materials that they can then use to make money. So the explorers leave. They bring the goods with them to these new worlds. In these new worlds, they trade or sell their finished goods, and they gain these raw materials. They then take those raw materials back to Europe and turn them from raw materials into finished goods that they can again sell. And the cycle continues. Because these explorers got the raw materials at such a low cost, means they're making a lot of money. But travel and exploration is expensive, and it takes a lot of time and money to go from Europe to new countries, North America, and then go back and manufacture goods and go back. That cycle took a lot of time. So they started to realize that if they established a colony in the New World, that they could make more money, and it wouldn't be so much, there wouldn't be so much movement in the raw materials. So a colonization is when one country takes a control or claims new land. And the original country is called like a mother country, and it takes over, it takes control. And it establishes permanent settlement. So there are people who actually leave Europe and come to North America and live in these settlements. They're not going back and forth. They've left, they've established a settlement, and they now live in the new land. They also become a market for goods. Those traders that are going back and forth to Europe, they now have a new market that they can sell to. And they become a source of wealth for the mother country and for these traders. French colonization. Before 1660, the French were really not involved in colonization. They were too sort of wrapped up in wars that were happening in Europe. But for whatever colonies there were established in North America and in Canada, the trading companies ruled. So those explorers that had come and were trading for furs and raw materials, they established the rules. They decided how things were run in those colonies. That was until the king realized that colonies were really important for wealth and for status and for development of an expansion of your country. So the king took over, and he started to make rules about how colonies would be run. And he started to give privileges and monopolies to those trading companies that would encourage people to not only go to the New World, but to go there and stay, because he saw that this was the future. In 1603, the settlement of Acadia was established. And it was established just along the mouth of the St. Lawrence River so that this colony could watch to see which traders were coming into the country and trying to gain access to have a part of the wealth.